So listen to your customers. One thing about listening to customers, you need to listen to customers because they'll tell you new ideas and where you should be going in your business, but be careful because lots of times they aren't super visionary, right? They'll tell you how to iterate your current product and like what you should be doing with it, but they won't necessarily tell you how to really change the world. I think sometimes you can find a few customers who can think like that, but most of them, they're really hands-on, at least in some of the software world. And if you talk with them, they're like, oh man, if you really just move this button to here, I'd be so happy. And that's great and all, and you want to fix things from a usability standpoint, but they aren't going to say, oh, have you guys ever thought about doing XYZ that changes the whole paradigm of web analytics? It's very rare that I've had a customer do something like that. But if you find customers who have that vision, it's great to try and get them on like a customer advisory board or things like that. And then also build what they'll pay for. Lots of times you'll hear people complain and they want a whole bunch of things, but you say, well, hey, will you pay us an extra $10 a month for that? Oh, no, that's not worth $10 to me. Well, then, you have to then really address, okay, well, is it worth spending all that time and money if they must not really want it if they aren't even willing to pay for it. And then also, I put translate what they really want. And what I mean by that is all the time I'd have a customer tell me, I need a bicycle. And you're like, I'm speaking figuratively, honestly, they didn't want a bicycle. But, I need a bicycle. And I'd be like, a bicycle? That makes no sense. What do you want a bicycle for? And I'd have to really dig in, and they go, oh, because I want to go to Salt Lake. And you go, oh, you want to go to Salt Lake? Well, why don't you take my car? Right? They tell you, I found that customers tend to tell you how they think you should solve their problem instead of telling you what their problem really is, so that you can then tell them the best way to solve that. Because lots of times your expertise is so much greater, their minds haven't been able to comprehend how to solve the problem the best, especially in the technology field. And then focus on the right thing was the final thing I had on here. And that's, if you look at like us, where we built websites and then we transformed and we started looking at different opportunities, lack of focus can be very dangerous in a business, and entrepreneurs are notorious for having like 10 things going on, and they never get anywhere because they have too many things that they're trying to do. And so it's okay to be looking at different opportunities if you think that what you're doing isn't the right thing. So like for us, we were building websites and we just weren't really happy with how that was going. So we were starting to try these different businesses. But once we found one that we really liked, we just stopped building websites and focused completely on it. And what's interesting is then that was mycomputer.com, and once we found out that wasn't even really what we liked, and we liked this little subset of our business, which was enterprise analytics, we sold that and focused completely on enterprise analytics. And that's finally, like 6 years into our business, when we just literally just started growing like crazy and like doubling revenue every single year. And